Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video, we're going to have a sort of a relook at this Mi 4. And I had purchased again this Mi 4 at the reduced price. Now the 16 GB variant is available on Amazon and Flipkart for just 15,000, and I did purchase it. And quite a few of you have asked me to do a re-review, and I've been using this device now for about 12 days. And for 10 days, I used it with my primary SIM, and for 2 days with my secondary SIM. And quite a few of you were asking me if this Mi 4 exhibits any heating issues. That was the biggest concern, and I'm happy to say that this Mi 4 did not exhibit any heating issues, and I have been using this as my primary phone. And in fact, for 3 days I was traveling. I was in Mumbai, so for all the 3 days it was exclusively on 3G, and I used GPS also and stuff like that. And even with that, it did not exhibit any heating issues. I would say yes, it gets a little bit warm, but that is sort of normal. I also have the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge that also gets a little bit warm with usage, so it was typically like that. And I did all my testing in the balanced mode, and the thing I really liked about this device was the awesome battery life I was getting. On an average, I was getting almost about 5 hours of screen on time, which is actually amazing, because I barely managed to get around 3 hours of screen on time with the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge. And if you are a sort of a light user, it can easily last you for about 2 days. In fact, I have posted some stats on Twitter where it could last me for 48 hours, and it was at 9% with about 5 hours of screen on time. So the battery life that I'm getting on this device is actually very good. One place I have noticed that it heats up is while charging, and the thing is that the charger supplied is the quick charger, and that's common. In fact, I also experienced heating when I charged the Note 4 and the Galaxy S6, because they also have fast charger. So if you use the supplied charger, yes, while charging it will sort of get warm, but don't worry, it is sort of normal with fast chargers, so it will get warm while you charge. And regarding the charging time, when it was around at 8%, and I used the default fast charger that Xiaomi has supplied, to reach 100% it took 2 hours 15 minutes. But I did notice that if you use generic chargers, the charging time is actually very slow. It can take over 3.5 hours. So don't be worried, just use the supplied charger. But yes, it will get a little bit warm. Let's actually now divide it between the pros and the cons. I've made a list. First, let's talk about the things that I don't like, that are the cons. The first thing that I did not like is the capacitive buttons at the bottom. They are actually backlit, and but the light is so dim that during the day it's hardly visible. They are only visible at night, so they should have been a little bit brighter. The same thing is for the LED notification also. That's also over here, and it's yeah, it works. It is multicolored, but again it lights up very lightly, so in bright environment it's hardly visible. Also, the biggest con with this device is that it does not have any 4G support in India. So it will just work with 2G and 3G in India. Price for this 15,000 version is for the 16 gig variant, and out of that 16 gigs you get just 12 gigabytes of space that is available to you, and that is the space that you get because this device does not have any micro SD card slot. So if you're buying, just be sure that the storage that you get is just around 12 gigabytes. Also, I do not like the back. Actually, I have changed the back. If you notice, the default back is the white one. It was very slippery, so I have just changed to this wooden back. I have already made a video regarding that. It's actually pretty easy to change. So with this new back, it's a lot less slippery, but the default back was not that great. It was very slippery and gave a very plasticky feel. Also, the thing is that still this Mi 4 is running on KitKat, so Android L update hasn't come till now. Also, for the most part, it is actually performs very well, and it's almost lag free, but I still notice some lag here and there, particularly in the Twitter app. I noticed that when you scroll, it actually exhibits a little bit of lag, and sometimes in some of the menus I notice minor lag, but overall, apart from that minor hiccups, overall the performance of the phone was good. Also, when we move to the rear facing camera, I would say the rear facing camera is good in outdoor conditions, but again I noticed that in indoor lighting conditions and in dimly lighting conditions there is fair bit of noise, and you have to be careful, otherwise the pictures will come out to be a little bit shaky. Also, another con, again, you sort of get used to it, but it's slightly heavy for a 5-inch screen, I would say. And now let's move to the things that I like and the pros about this device. The first thing is the performance. Overall performance is actually very nice, and it still is a pretty powerful device. It comes with a quad-core processor that's based on the Snapdragon 801 chipset. It has 3 gigs of RAM. So it's still a very powerful device. I also like the front-facing camera as well as the rear-facing camera. As you can see, I've taken some sample shots with both the rear-facing and the front-facing camera. And as you can see, the picture quality is actually very good. Recording this part of the footage with the front-facing camera of the Mi 4, and this is in outdoor conditions. There's a little bit of wind, so there might be wind noise. Now I'll just move the camera against the light to see how it handles abrupt lighting conditions. For example, this is pretty bad lighting conditions, but let's see how it handles it. And as you can see, in outdoor lighting, if you adjust the angle, the video quality seems to be pretty good with the front-facing camera. Recording this part of the footage again with the front-facing camera of this Mi 4, and this is in completely artificial light in my office. I have just one tube light switched on, so sort of pretty low lighting. So this should give you an idea how will be the video recording with the front-facing camera in indoor lighting conditions. In low lighting conditions, I would say there is fair bit of noise, and you have to be careful, otherwise the pictures will come out to be a little bit shaky. Also, as I've told you, again, the battery life that I'm getting is excellent, but again, the battery is sealed inside. It's not a user replaceable battery. Also, in terms of in-hand feel, it feels very nice because of this metallic rim. So it feels sturdy, but again, as I told you, it's a little bit on the heavier side. Also, in terms of cellular call quality, I would say the cellular call quality was very good, and if I have to rate it, I would rate it 9 out of 10. Also, it does have the IR blaster, using which you can control devices like televisions, etc. And it works very well. And you can use even third-party apps like Peel, etc. In fact, I would suggest that you watch this other video that I made just a few days ago, how I use the Mi 4. In that, I've tweaked some settings. So if you have a Mi 4, I hope you will find something interesting in that video. Anyways, also I do like the audio output via the headphone jack. It was clear. So these were the pros of this device, and overall I feel for the new price of around 15,000, it is a very good device, and it's sort of a premium device, and the battery life that I'm getting is actually excellent. But again, everything is not great. The two major cons with this device is that it does not have any 4G support, and also the storage is limited as we do not have any micro SD card slot. So I hope you found this quick relook at the Mi 4 helpful. I'll have links for both the Flipkart and Amazon in the show notes. If you're buying, please use my link. It does help the channel. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video.